For the function f of x equals 19 minus x squared, we're going to complete parts A through C. For part A, we want to find f of x plus h, where x plus h represents the input for the given function. So let's go ahead and write out the given function underneath the problem here for part A. We have f of x, and that's equal to 19 minus x squared. So for part 2, we want to find f of x plus h, where x plus h is going to represent the input. So the input meaning the following, right? We know that the input on this function is x. So that means we have 19 minus x squared. So now x plus h is going to become the input now for that function. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 19 minus, we're going to replace x now to be the input, which is x plus h, and then we're going to square that result. So we're going to take 19 and then we're going to subtract whatever we get when we square that. So we need to multiply this together. Now, however way you go about it is entirely up to you. I'm just going to show the box method. So we have x plus h squared is the same thing as saying x plus h times x plus h. So that means we have 2 rows, which is x and then h. And then we have 2 columns, which is x plus h. So x times x is going to give us x squared. X times h is hx. H times x again is hx. And then h times h is h squared. Now we need to combine like terms now that we multiplied. So we have x squared. Combine those two, since there's 2 of them, is plus 2hx. And then plus h squared. Now that's what's going to go in here. So we have x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. Now the next step is, in order for us to solve, we need to distribute the minus sign to all 3 of those terms. So we end up getting 19 minus x squared minus 2hx minus h squared. So that's what we get for f of x plus h. So let's go ahead and plug that into our answer. So we have 19 minus x squared minus 2hx minus h squared. Let's check our answer. And there's our result. Now we want to find part B. Okay, so what does part B tell us? Okay, well, part B tells us the following. We're going to take f of x plus h, and then we're going to subtract f of x. So what did we get for x plus h? And then we're going to subtract what we have for f of x. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we know that f of x plus h, we got the following. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. So we got 19 minus x squared minus 2hx minus h squared. And then what is f of x? Well, f of x is what's given, which is 19 minus x squared. So we have 19 minus x squared. So that's the first step. Now the second step is we need to then distribute this sign and then combine like terms. So we're going to bring down what's on the left side, which is 19 minus x squared minus 2hx minus h squared. When we distribute that sign, we get negative 19, and that's plus x squared. So now what we need to do is combine like terms. So we got to find anything that we can combine. Well, we have plus 19 and minus 19, which gives us 0. And we have negative x squared and plus x squared, which also gives us 0. So the only thing that's left now is minus 2hx minus h squared. And therefore, that's the answer for the numerator. So we're going to get negative 2hx minus h squared. So minus 2hx minus h squared. Check our answer, and there's our result. So now this is the numerator of this part C, and we're going to divide that by h. So let's take a look at that here. So for the third step here, or for part C, okay, we can see that what represents the numerator? Well, the numerator of this is what we found in part B. So let's go ahead and write that out. So in the numerator, we have negative 2hx minus h squared, and we're dividing that by h. Okay, now in this problem, we're not done yet, because if you look in the numerator, okay, we can factor out a common factor. And what common factor can we factor out is an h. So if we factor out an h, then what's left is negative 2x minus h over h. Okay, and so that means that we can simplify those two h's. So that h divided by h is going to give us 1. And so 1 times anything is going to give us what we have there, which is negative 2x minus h, which is our answer for part C. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So negative 2x minus h. So negative 2x minus h. Check our answer, and then there's our result.